welcome to the deep dive. Our goal, as always, is simple. Cut through the noise, pull out the key insights, and give you what you need to know fast. Today, we're diving into a really critical area, cybersecurity. Specifically, how it impacts workers' compensation organizations. This stuff holds incredibly sensitive information about people. Our source for this is an excellent piece from Healthy Systems, an expert Q&A, Cybersecurity Tactics and Workers' Compensation, featuring their AVP of Information Security, Tony Brown. Okay, let's unpack this. We want to understand the unique cyber threats facing these workers' comp organizations, figure out why they're such big targets, and importantly, how they can actually build stronger defenses. It's about protecting systems, yes, but really it's about protecting people.
Absolutely. And the scale of this problem, well, it's pretty alarming. Just think about this. In the first 5 months of 2024 alone, healthcare data breaches hit 32 million patients in the U.S.
32 million in just 5 months.
Exactly. It's a huge number, and it really shows the kind of pressure the healthcare sector is constantly under.
Wow, that number really lands. And when you think about the money involved, well, healthcare data breaches are apparently the most expensive, period. Nearly $11 million per breach on average back in 2023. And get this, out of maybe 3,200 breaches reported across the U.S. last year, over 800 were in healthcare. That's like, what, a quarter? It's not just a few incidents. It's a major financial drain.
And what's fascinating, or maybe disturbing, is why healthcare data is so valuable to criminals. It's not like stealing a credit card number, which is bad enough. A single healthcare record with all your personal details, your medical history, maybe insurance info that can be worth 10, even 40 times more than a credit card number.
40 times?
Potentially, yes. Some estimates say up to $1,000 for one complete record on the black market. Hackers can use it to build whole fake identities. That's why healthcare, as an industry, is the #1 target globally.
So it's the richness of the data, not just the volume. It makes sense. And it's not only these huge data breaches we hear about, right? There are other things they have to worry about constantly.
Oh, definitely. We're talking malware designed to mess up systems, denial of service attacks that just flood networks and shut things down, and maybe the most common one, phishing.
Phishing, that one comes up a lot.
It really does. It's the most common type of cyber attack, and it falls under this category called social engineering. Basically, criminals aren't always trying complex hacks. Sometimes they just trick people. They play on psychology, manipulate you into giving up sensitive info or clicking something you shouldn't. They're essentially hacking the human, not just the computer.
Hacking the human. That's a chilling way to put it.
And it takes different forms. You've got spear phishing that's highly targeted, emails designed to look exactly like they're from someone you trust, like a boss or a known supplier, trying to fool you into giving up passwords or downloading something nasty. Then there's BEC, business email compromise. These are often really convincing emails, maybe sounding urgent, trying to trick employees into wiring money or opening malicious files.
Okay, so very tailored attacks.
Yes, but there are also just general email attacks. Broad attempts to get anyone to click a bad link or open a dangerous attachment. And that often leads to deploying malware, like ransomware.
Ah, ransomware. Here's where it gets really interesting and scary. That's the software that locks up your files or systems, right?
Exactly. It encrypts everything, makes it inaccessible, and then demands money, a ransom, to unlock it.
And how does phishing play into that?
It's often the delivery mechanism. It's so effective because it can bypass technical security controls. All it takes is one healthcare worker, maybe stressed, maybe busy, clicking on a fake link or opening a bad file they got in a phishing email. They unknowingly install the ransomware themselves.
One click.
One click. And the impact is massive. Since 2016, ransomware attacks have cost the healthcare industry over $77 billion. And that's just in downtime systems offline, appointments canceled, data recovery efforts.
$77 billion in downtime alone. That's staggering. You know, there was that big incident in 2023 with MGM Resorts and Caesars Entertainment. That really shows how this social engineering works, doesn't it?
It's a perfect, albeit unfortunate, example. The attackers just sent messages to employees, simple messages saying they needed to re-authenticate, update their accounts, that kind of thing.
Sounds almost too simple.
Right. But it worked. Employees clicked, gave access, and the attackers got in, installed monitoring tools. MGM ended up reporting something like $100 million in costs from that breach.
$100 million from a simple message exploiting trust. Wow.
And if we connect this back to the workers' context, think about the injured worker. For them, the biggest direct risk from these attacks, especially data breaches, is identity theft.
Right, because their data is what's being stolen.
Exactly. Hackers take that stolen personal info, the medical details, everything, and create fake identities. They can use these for all sorts of fraud, opening credit cards, taking out loans, or, specific to this area, even filing fake workers' comp claims using a stolen identity. The goal is always the same: make as much money as possible from that stolen data.
That's awful. It just adds another layer of vulnerability for someone already dealing with an injury. So this workers' comp sector seems particularly vulnerable. You've got this incredibly valuable data, and then as the source material notes, the healthcare industry overall is seen as lagging in the effective application of cybersecurity tools.
That's the dangerous combination right there. Highly valuable target, plus, let's say, defenses that aren't always state-of-the-art. The Q&A calls it a favorable environment for hackers to exploit.
A favorable environment. So given all that, why is it so hard for these organizations to build up really strong defenses? It seems like an obvious priority, but what are the actual roadblocks?
Yeah, it's definitely not for lack of wanting to be secure. There are several major challenges they face. First off, cost. It's just plain expensive.
The tech, the people.
Both. Getting the best security software and hardware costs a lot. And maybe even more importantly, you need skilled cybersecurity professionals to run it all, and they are in high demand and expensive too. It's a significant ongoing investment. Then there's the complexity. Identifying precisely which data is most sensitive, the injured worker data, and applying the absolute tightest security controls just to that, it's complicated work.
And these aren't small, simple networks usually, are they?
No, not at all. They often manage huge, diverse network infrastructures. Think about all the different connection points, devices, users. Each one is a potential attack surface, an entry point for hackers. Securing all of that is a massive task.
Okay, cost, complexity, the network size. What else?
The human element, again. Developing and running a really good security awareness and training program for everyone. Every single employee needs to understand the risks and their role in preventing attacks. That takes effort and resources.
And that's on top of just being in healthcare, which we already said is the most targeted industry.
Exactly. So you've got industry-wide risks layered on top of these specific organizational challenges. It's a tough position to be in.
It really sounds like a multifaceted challenge, like trying to patch hundreds of holes while new ones keep appearing, and you need everyone inside to help watch for leaks. So, okay, those are the hurdles. Let's shift focus. What can workers' comp organizations actually do? What are the solutions? How do they build that shield?
Well, the absolute first step, the foundation really, is investment. Every single organization involved in the workers' comp supply chain has to increase their cybersecurity investment.
More money for tools.
Yes, but not just tools. It's an investment in people and culture, too. So yes, acquire the best security tools they can afford, but equally, invest in the cybersecurity staff. Give them the best training, keep their skills sharp.
Right, because the tools are only as good as the people using them, I suppose.
Precisely. And that leads to the next critical piece. It's not just about the tech.
It's the culture.
It's absolutely the culture. You have to build and nurture a strong cybersecurity culture. It can't just be an IT thing tucked away in a corner. It needs to permeate the whole organization. This kind of culture means every employee, truly, from the very top leadership down to the front line, understands their personal role in keeping things secure. They need to feel invested in protecting that data.
How do you build that culture? It sounds kind of abstract.
It's built through consistent effort, primarily by creating and actively maintaining a really good security training program, not a once-a-year check-the-box thing. It needs to be ongoing, promoting continuous awareness, offering educational opportunities, keep cybersecurity top of mind for everyone.
Like turning everyone into a mini security guard, in a way.
In a way, yes. Making them aware of the threats, like those phishing emails or social engineering tactics we talked about. Remember MGM and Caesars?
Yeah, the $100 million mistake from a simple message.
Exactly. Think about it. A relatively small, consistent investment in teaching employees how to spot those tricks could prevent incredibly costly attacks. Employee education is absolutely key. It's probably the best return on investment in cybersecurity.
So to sort of wrap this up, cybersecurity in workers' comp is incredibly complex. The data is super valuable, the attacks are sophisticated. It's a tough environment, but the takeaway seems to be that while tech is important, the real power lies in proactive steps around culture and education, getting everyone involved and aware.
That really boils down to it. This raises an important question, I think, for everyone listening. When you realize how critical this is, the power of that culture of educated employees, it highlights individual responsibility. Everyone within an organization, truly everyone, plays a part in protecting sensitive information.
That's a powerful point. So maybe a final thought for you, our listener.
Thinking about everything we've discussed today, how valuable data is, how easily trust can be exploited through social engineering, what's one single, maybe small seeming change you could make in your own daily digital habits? Something to better protect sensitive information, whether it's yours or someone else's you handle. It's definitely something worth thinking about. Every little bit helps build that bigger shield.